All new rumours have come out for the new LEGO Minecraft 2026 sets, and they look very exciting so far. So let's get straight into everything that you need to know. So far, we know an approximate name of about 8 different sets with prices, and the release date is to be confirmed, but we probably know it'll be January 1st. So let's get straight into it with set number 21583, Steve's Tiger Adventure. Now, we have got a set similar to this in a micro build, which was one of those £8 sets with a few pieces. It had just over 60 pieces, which wasn't many, but it is pretty similar here. This is another one of those £8 slash $9.99 USD sets, which we're going to get right here. And usually these have a good value for money with some nice minifigures. So I'm quite excited to see what they come out with this one. And there's a lot to be excited for. But some of the other sets on this list are much more exciting. Next on this list is set 21584, Nether and End Portal Journey. Now this one has a lot of exciting things inside, including a price of just over £15, which isn't too bad, and will be coming out in 2026, alongside all these other sets. Containing both the Nether and the End is a concept which we haven't seen so far yet in LEGO Minecraft, which is cool, which means it might have some different minifigures from different dimensions, which is always exciting to see. And we could see ranges from Endermen to Shulkers to Blazers, all sorts of things which you find in both the Nether and the End, including a Nether portal or potentially an End portal, depending on how they decide to make this set connected. And yes, there will be a lot of different minifigures in this set, so that is something you will need to look out for when it releases on January 1st. The next one, set 21585, is one which we'd seen rumoured and leaked before. The chicken farm. This one was quite weird to many since we did get a chicken farm before, so we don't know how they're going to do this one. The last one was a mob house, just being a giant chicken with a lot of different chickens inside a pen. So this one is probably going to be slightly different to that, maybe a more barn setting, something potentially more exciting to see. Obviously, it will contain chickens. And after that is probably one of the most exciting sets of the wave, is set 21586, the Pale Garden, coming in at $19.99 USD, so probably about £18. This set is based off one of the newer biomes in 2025, the Pale Gardens, and will contain, hopefully, a very exciting minifigure in the form of the Creaking. Now, the Creaking is probably the scariest mob Minecraft has made so far, and it'll be quite cool to see how they do it in LEGO form, since it is quite a different kind of minifigure. It has a bit of abstract shaping and all of that, so it might have to be a big fig of sorts, which is quite exciting. We may see some different pieces or really cool printing for this set. And that minifigure in particular will be a really interesting one to see how they decide to create it, and hopefully won't do as badly as the Warden did back in 2023, because that was a bit of a disaster. Anyway, hopefully this Creaking will prove to be a really good minifigure. It has a lot of potential with the abnormal shaping and the creepy things that it has around it, which could look really cool in LEGO form. The Pale Garden itself is a more grayscale kind of biome. It won't be the most exciting and colourful set out there, but it will definitely add a really cool thing to your Minecraft world if you decide to make one, or just a really nice standalone set because of the biome it's in being so peculiar and very, very different. After that is set 21587, the Zombie Garden. Now this one comes in at $29.99 USD and seems a bit different to the originally rumoured name, being the Zombie Dungeon. Obviously when we first heard that name we thought of something similar to the Dungeon set which came out long ago. But now they've changed the name to the Zombie Garden, so this could potentially be some kind of giant zombie mob house with like a zombie mural or something, with a garden around it. Will obviously contain zombie minifigures, but as for the rest of the minifigure selection, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously this set will be quite an interesting one to see how it turns out. I'm most likely expecting something of the sorts of probably the Enderman house or the Llama village, just a giant zombie mob house with a few little details around it. But seeing as it is almost $30, it could have a pretty respectable piece count for a LEGO Minecraft set, so we might be seeing a relatively large set here, which is quite exciting. And after that is set 21588, the Fox. Now all of these names are rumoured and not fully confirmed, So this one is giving us pretty much nothing. The Fox comes in at $39.99 USD and is a bit of a different name to the rest of them. The rest of these sets have a clear theme which we can probably guess what they'll look like, but this one is very vague. Literally 2 words for the name, so we don't exactly know. We have got a Fox house before, which was a small £20 set and wasn't my favourite of all time, but hopefully it will probably be something slightly different to that. Maybe it won't be a mob house, maybe they'll make it a larger version. There are so many possibilities with this set, especially with the vagueness of the name that they have here. So we're just going to have to wait and see with this one, since this one's a very peculiar name and probably could be a pretty good set if they decide to do it right, especially since it's got a higher price tag than the other sets, meaning a slightly larger piece count. And now the next set is very interesting and could take a throwback to 2014, being set 21589, Microbiomes. Now, Microbiomes is the name of this, which is probably going to change in the future as the official names get released. Coming in at $59.99 USD, this set will have a very much larger piece count than the previous sets on this list, and might have something to do with the old micro build sets, the ones that started it all out as a Lego Ideas design, being smaller, very much smaller sets, a bit like the crafting table which we got recently, containing micro figures made of studs and a lot smaller worlds, which won't be as compatible if you're making a Lego Minecraft world, but will still look really good on display. So we don't know what kind of microbiomes we get. There's so many different possibilities. They can maybe do newer biomes, or they could do older ones such as the plains, or they could do a mini village. But we'll probably see some newer ones, since we did see older, more classic biomes back in 2014. So it's quite exciting. It's always nice to have a little micro set in there, a throwback to the origins of this amazing theme. And then our final one is set 21590, the Wither Battle, coming in at $64.99 USD. This one is really exciting. Back in around 2022, I said that we needed a new Wither set. The old Wither set was retired and quite honestly needed an update. The Wither was a good minifigure, but it had its flaws. So with newer building techniques and maybe newer molds, we could see a much better Wither minifigure, and for a more affordable price tag than over £100 now because of the retired set. So this one could have a lot of exciting things inside, Wither skeletons, a nether setting, maybe an end setting. There's so many possibilities for this one, and with its higher price tag, again a larger piece count, which is really exciting to see. So finally, a new Wither set is coming out, and I can't wait for it. So those were the rumours for 2026. Lots of exciting things in here, including the Creaking, the Wither, and so much more. This is super exciting stuff. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.